Thank you, Jennifer, and thank you for the Israel project. I wanted to say good afternoon. I'll have to add to that sad afternoon because of the events in the south of Israel and in Gaza. There is nothing we Israelis want more than peace. The last thing we want is war. Jennifer mentioned that I have 3 daughters and 4 grandchildren now. There is nothing we hope more for our children and grandchildren. There is nothing we hope more for the Palestinian children and grandchildren than to live in peace. And this is why, even after all our disappointments from Palestinian interlocutors, we have not given up on hope, and we're trying and are going to continue to try and achieve peace between us and the Palestinians. But Israeli citizens yearning for peace, asking for peace, working for peace, got in return rockets on their heads. So our hand has been and still is extended for peace, but we have to protect our heads. Just this morning I went to a meeting with an Israeli colleague who got an email when we were driving in the car from his sister, who announced to him that their community has been hit by a rocket, and she was proud because she was successful in taking her mother, quite old mother, in 30 seconds to the safe room. Her mother was in Bergen-Belsen, a survivor. This is not what we hoped for her, nor what we hope for her grandchildren, or for anybody in the region, or for any Palestinian. We want peace, and we were interested in calm. And this is why Israel agreed half a year ago to have an arrangement of calm in the region, which unfortunately, sadly, has been broken by Hamas, who announced it publicly on December 19th that they are going to terminate the calm, and launched an intensified rocket attack against Israel, more than 400 rockets and mortars in a week. After having used the calm to intensify their rocket capacity, they have doubled the range under the calm. They have tripled the amount of Israelis who have turned into victims of terror. And today, about 700,000 Israelis are under this terror attack. 1 in every 10 Israelis is living in these horrible conditions. And even at that point, we were calling on them to stop. Our Prime Minister went on Arab television to ask them to stop. And only when this did not help, we had no other choice but to take action. We have to protect our people. We need to damage their terror infrastructure, their long-term capacity to inflict terror, and to try and create the conditions for emergence of new reality, both for us and for them. What is clear is that the status quo ante, where on the one hand 700,000 Israelis are under fire, and at the same time the terrorists can fire and build more capacity of terror uninterrupted, this situation cannot continue.